Yeah,
whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable.
It's just
I'm not gonna look at the camera.
Well, you know, I always look. Welcome to a very special episode of The Other Side of the Bullshit. I'm Kiesha.
I'm Serena.
This is my daughter. Ciera. Oh, she's about to introduce herself. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Ciera.
And
I'm Jordan.
that's mine.
And she's mine.
But these hours.
Right.
So happy to have them here. Their patience is appreciated because it's been a hell of a morning. Already.
A great one nonetheless, though.
I'm hungover. My stepkids were over last night and we had a great time. Wish you were here.
I did too.
Me too. Next time invite me over.
Right.
Oh, you're close.
I am. I'm literally close.
Yes, you're close.
Yes, and I can party now. I'm 21.
And you can do what? And you can do what else?
Huh? I can curse. I can curse now.
Oh, is that a
I'm
thing?
grown.
That's her thing.
We did say hell earlier, and I was surprised. So.
Yeah, I say a lot worse nowadays.
What else did you say?
The F word.
Oh, I thought you meant like you can curse like in front of your mom.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I do say the F word sometimes.
Oh.
But my favorite one is shit.
And so she's on the perfect show. Today's episode, it's a special episode, and it's called I'm Not One of Your Little Friends. But now, here we are. This is my best friend.
Right, the bestest of friends.
So we asked before we started, like if there's anything, some stories that they didn't want to talk about, or subjects they didn't want to touch, but they got nothing. So we free.
Oh, so you mentioned something.
Yeah, until we remember, and then we're like, oh.
You had your chance. Had your free ball into the wall. Yeah, how do you want to start this?
Well, I mean, I think the title is very important because it's so ironic because it's titled, you know, I'm not one of your little friends, but they are our best friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's something we hear a lot in our community. Like, I'm not one of your little friends. You know, we use it for many different reasons. But I think when it comes to mother-daughter relationships, it should be more so of you are my friend. You know,
It gets there.
it does.
Because it could get really skewed really fast if you start off that way. Like, it's like you set the foundation and the boundaries, and then eventually you can be my friend. But still, I need to be able to give you good advice and like reel you in. And I'm really not your friend.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me call you bro.
I'm not your I'm not your
Not
goddamn
your
bro.
bro. Right, not your bro.
Like, bro.
I
It's
call
better-
my friends bro.
It's better than mama.
Mama.
Yeah, she
Mama
was like,
with
how
an
old were
A.
you?
I don't know, it's been like 20 years.
It was really disrespectful. I'm like 24.
Yeah.
She comes one day, she's like, Mama. I said, excuse me?
I was reading a book set in the South at that time.
Well, I ain't your 500-year-old grandma. I'm 24. I'm about to drop you off. Like, can I call you Mama? No.
Oh my god.
Well, it wasn't mama like Big Mama. It's just mama like.
But you immediately associated Big Mama to it, right? That's how I felt.
No, because that's usually
Okay.
MOMMA. My mama was an MAMA type vibe.
You was gonna spell it every time you called it to me?
I could.
M-A-M-A.
Oh, yeah, no.
But I think you hit the nail right on the head when you said about boundaries, like setting the healthy boundaries. That is the most important part, in my opinion, with being able to correlate motherhood and friendship,
Especially with adult children. Because my thing is like, I want to tell her what to do. Well, no, I don't. Not anymore.
Yeah.
But I like when she got the other tattoo, I was like, you didn't even tell me though. But it's more like a friend, like you didn't tell me, not like how dare you didn't tell me.
Right.
It's just like maybe I wanted to go. Like,
Right.
come on,
Right.
type of thing. Am I still hovering? You think so?
Well, no, not always. I think it's just certain things where you're like, okay,
Right.
so when I wanted to quit my job, you're just like, you better not quit your job. It's like, but I could if I wanted to. Like, what are you going to do about it?
Right. But I gave you reasons.
Yeah, and then I got a promotion.
Well, it's because it's so ridiculous. Like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna quit my job, and I'm like, yeah, but you're like made like an old lady. You're not gonna have health insurance. So at first, I'm like, yeah, quit. Like, I don't know, go be like an airline stewardess.
It was very mixed messages.
It really was. It really was. It's like, be an airline stewardess. Go work at the bookstore. Like, who cares? Don't think about your job after. And then when she's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm like, and you're 26. If you didn't get off your dad's insurance earlier trying to be cute, maybe you could have saved that. I know. And then the next day, she's like, I got a promotion.
No, I think it was the same day.
Oh,
Because you were on the phone with Papa.
Yeah.
And you're like, you better not quit your job. And like 2 hours later, I was like, you're down a promotion.
It was literally like, I won't. Okay. Mama knows. See, if you would have quit in the morning time, then you wouldn't have got that promotion. You're welcome. I'm very much a Jewish kind of like guilty, you don't call your mother? It's been an hour. I'm gonna die. You could be in a ditch. Kind of mom.
Yeah, they call those helicopters nowadays.
Yeah.
Helicopter moms.
I've never heard that phrase before.
You ever heard of
No.
No.
It's a thing.
A helicopter mom?
Yeah.
So you think your mom's a helicopter?
Yeah, I
mom?
was about to say, so do you think I'm a helicopter mom?
What's the definition of a helicopter mom?
They're just like always hovering over you, seeing what you're doing, or you're doing your homework, or you talking to your friends. Like
No.
they got like a tracker on your phone sometimes. Like that.
No.
I mean,
Absolutely not.
Somebody be watching too many.
They do go hard.
Sisters that
You've
kill
never,
her.
you've never been a helicopter mom.
Oh.
Even when I was younger, like in high school. Only because I kind of like my privacy, so. But still, you never.
Don't we all? Right.
You never cried.
I did. I'm glad you feel it. No, I didn't cry.
No.
I felt as though I was giving you the space you needed for your privacy without not being involved or aware. Like, I felt like I was aware enough to where I didn't have to like barge in. It's like, I'm kind of.
So you trust her?
Yeah, I did. I trust her.
Yeah,
I
that's
did.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did. I trusted you a lot.
You ain't get pregnant, so bang bang.
Sad.
Success. You was about to finish college. I'm making a name back.
What was I about to say? No, I kind of like that you had that way of parenting because, like, I knew that you were always there if I wanted to talk about anything. You always left that space open. But like, my personal preference was to always just be like,
And that you were.
yeah.
No thanks.
And I still am, but now it's kind of like you said, we're friends now. We weren't friends. Well, we were friends before, but you were always my mother first. And you are
friendly.
Yeah, I guess. Like, we're definitely more friends now than we were like 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, so now I'm more open to talking to you about things.
Do you think that's your age that you feel more comfortable, or you
Yeah.
think that it's a shift in the relationship, or you think it's just you're just older, you're just like I'm just.
I think it's both. I feel like when I was younger, I just had so much like teenage angst, and I was just so cringy, and I didn't want to talk about nothing. Blah, blah, blah. But now that I'm older, like, you know, I'm more mature now, so I realized that, you know, this is my friend.
Oh, so cute.
It's adorable.
It is. I know for me, I saw a shift when she went away to school.
You did say that.
Yeah, like when she went away to school, it was like to college. I felt like it was like because we weren't in the same space anymore. Like she had a little more freedom, and she kind of maybe missed me a little bit more. Like I wasn't there all the time. So it's like, oh, I kind of miss her. Let me call her. What are you doing? You know.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that. I mean, it's a lot for women to be in the house together. Thank God Nancy's transition was like slow. I think we would have had a problem. I think we probably. What was that? I think your lips turned down.
I feel like you might have more of a problem than me.
Well, I would have. We ain't equating feelings. And you's a lie. She was laid up on top of me and made my husband go to bed the other night. He's like, all right, I'm over. I'm gonna head out. Y'all good? No, but the way that we,
Yeah.
it was very like hold hands a little bit, and then you know it.
Yeah, I
Just-
mean, it was because it didn't go right from like just living with you all the time to like being in DC.
Yeah,
Because like I was already at Public's house and like
Yeah.
still going to high school and like just
Yeah.
I didn't see it as often because you were working, so it's just like
Yeah.
okay, well, this is
So-
how it's gonna be when I like live further away.
Yeah. So it was like I moved to Philly, and so then we would see each other on the weekends because she did school in in Camden or whatever, or in Cherry Hill. And so then I came out here, and then I would see you a little bit less, and probably about still the same the weekends. But then you moved, but I was here. So I think if I would have been left in the same spot without her, that's two things.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have been left like in the same apartment, like I would like walk by your room and stuff. Oh, I would have been on the floor crying with your teddy bears and stuff, singing sad songs. I think I would have, but we both. It was like a transition in both of our lives. Like I just ended a relationship. I moved here. You went to college. It was kind of like we got the time.
Mhm.
We needed like a slow burn,
Mm-hmm.
so that worked for us.
And Jordan was like,
Very much so. Very much so.
Okay.
I did miss you though. I
I
did miss you.
know you did. I know you missed me, but she was
Yeah.
like, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, but it was good.
So, yeah.
I wasn't sad. I was very happy that she was flourishing and enjoying being away. Like if she was
Yeah.
homesick, it might have did something to me. But the
Yeah.
fact that she was enjoying figuring it out and her new environment, I enjoyed that for her.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I really thought that there was something wrong here. I didn't think she'd be able to survive right. And then one day I came, what is you holding your eyes for, child?
Because you say that all the time. You didn't even think I knew how to use a cash register.
I still believe it when
Turn
I
around, let the
You
people see the
literally
disgust.
saw
Let the people see
me.
the disgust on your face. Wait, she's not making the same face. She was like, you ain't think I can use
I didn't
cash
want you to
register.
be. Oh God, it sounds
Well, did you
so
think
bad.
you did a bad job?
Hell no.
Well,
But
then
everything I want to say ain't right.
what are you gonna say?
Right.
You was not made to work on no cash register.
Well,
And
yeah,
so I'm
I
like,
know.
what am I prepping you for? Why you
Like,
make-
no.
the other day she was like, why do you make me work? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't need your money, and I feel like if you have a scholar, you like scholarly them. Like, go ahead and be in these clubs and prep your resume and stuff. Like, I don't need you to be like, we had your dad's child support card and you had it in your pocket. I wasn't worried about that. It was really like a nourishing of your mind.
Mm.
And I was afraid of the attachment and how that I am to you. That I told you, working at a store and stuff, I just didn't want people to be mean to you. That's so ridiculous. I'm mean to
I
your
don't
ass
think so.
all the time.
I
I didn't want nobody else. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I think it's ridiculous. You don't want nobody to be mean to your child.
Right.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
want
but to like make them like not work at like the grocery store because
But I understand.
bag
though.
your own stuff. Why is your bag in this lady's stuff? It's so bad. I swear to God, please.
That
kids
would be a
work
perfect
everywhere.
job.
I know. I just don't want to say not my child. I mean, it's just so it's really bad. I'm just happy that you ain't need to work. I guess that sounds horrible.
I really don't think so though.
It does because
It sounds privileged.
It
It
does.
doesn't sound hard.
that's very still bad.
I mean, yeah, because it's how you equate the term, but it's not
Yeah,
like
And that's
it's not like I had
yeah.
to work like 2 jobs
Yeah.
because you had to work like 5 jobs and you couldn't
Right.
afford like
Yeah.
food.
Oh, I was
You were
like, but I was working like 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. So
But that's the beauty of it though, because as teenagers we had to work to
Yeah.
support to get extra,
Mhm.
for what we wanted.
that was maybe a thing too.
I think it is because
Yeah.
I didn't want her to have to do the same thing either. Like she got a job, but not more so like because I wanted her to pay bills in my house. It
Yeah.
was more so like to just get a sense of independence, and then when you start messing with your own money, you view things differently. Like mommy's got all the money,
Yeah.
right? So when you spend your own money, you're like maybe I don't want to spend that much money on it because this is my money. I worked for it.
See,
But
that
not
was-
necessarily so they had to like pay bills, and for me that was my thing with Jordan. Like I never wanted her to have to work to like pay bills in my house.
Yeah, no.
But to have just a little bit of a sense of independence, like this is what it's kind of like out there.
Yeah, I think that I should have had done it to teach her the value of a dollar too. but she had the card, and all she did was buy books and ice cream, and it was like, I don't know. My focus was like on her getting through school and getting out.
Right.
Just other than that, like the whole working part, I knew that she would have a good work ethic because. So, yeah, I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with you not wanting your baby to work.
Yeah. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that either.
Well, I mean, if it was, it's too goddamn late now.
Right.
She alright. She
She
made
sure
all
is.
this stuff.
Look,
She is so alright.
Right.
She is so alright. Oh, so with that, if you can, ladies, could tell us where you are at the station in life. And Jordan, we shall start with you because you was talking about the struggle bus this week.
Okay. Yes. I'm currently in college. I have one more semester left. I'm hanging on. But I'm hanging on by a thread. It's very skinny, but it's still holding on. And that's all that matters. Cheers to that. And I go to Montclair State too. And I'm a public relations major.
Okay, now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, now.
Yes.
And I'm 21. About to be 22 in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
My phone number is 555.
My address is.
So security number, how's your credit?
It's very good.
Oh, I know that's right.
Yes.
See? Teach you a value of $1,
Right.
and you don't go getting credit cards like I did.
Right.
Mm,
Listen,
man.
that's a different
Blah, blah,
story.
blah, blah, blah.
I'm good with my credit card.
She
now.
is.
I
She's
ain't
very
I'm
good.
good.
That is episode.
I'm good.
You got McDonald's money.
Yeah.
It's about financial literacy, and I am illiterate. Ciera Birch, what you doing in the world? Google her.
Yeah, she's definitely on Google.
Right.
She's Googleable.
Googleable.
Yeah, on the whole front page.
Yeah, so give us only
Yeah.
half the front page.
Right.
Give us now. Taste.
I'm Ciera. I have a master's degree in creative writing. I'm an assistant editor and publisher. I have 2 book deals. Yeah, that's me.
When them books coming out?
Subtle flags.
Oh, they both come out 2023
Yeah.
next year. So.
Mm. But the deal is for 4 books, not for 2.
Well, they're each. It's two book deals.
Two
book deals.
Two
2
22.
degrees and 2 book deals.
And
Yeah.
Serena, what else is 2?
It's my birthday.
Oh yes.
But when you were little,
Anyway, okay, can I tell the story?
Yeah.
I can tell the story.
That's why okay.
Thank you. You did throw me the ball, but I totally went, totally
Ben
went there.
Simmons. Oh,
So-
sorry.
Poor boy.
He's not gonna listen.
You the poor child. What you mean? He might listen. He ain't doing nothing else.
Everybody listening. I don't even know who this man is. So.
Right.
It's all right.
Him
It's
used
all
to
right.
date college dinner, and at this point, that is all he is good for.
So, September 22
Yeah.
is Ciera's birthday. And when she was little, it was the cutest little thing. Because we asked her when her birthday, instead of saying September 22nd, she said September 22.
That's so
But the 2 is like a twang.
September
22.
So cute.
So cute. So it was great when you turned like 22.
It's your golden years, they say. It was a fine year. It wasn't the golden year.
Is that the peak?
I'm like, is that the golden year?
Yeah, but that's what they
Damn.
call them. So
The 20s?
yeah.
The golden
No, your whatever date of your birth, like whatever age you are, like that.
Oh.
yeah.
So I gotta be 77?
No, you can be 24.
Oh my
The
god.
date.
Oh my god. She was mad. So I gotta wait that long.
But you can do it then. Yeah, you can do it again then. You can do it again then. I'll be 79.
Oh my God.
You do it
Oh my
again,
God.
I'll be 79. Because we missed it the first time.
Let me tell you how this hangover is prevented. You know, this morning I was like, that was a dainty cough. It was my head, so I can't like laugh really hard. It's like, anyway, I got a bad story about Jordan.
Dang.
You were a baby.
Okay. So I didn't have much consciousness.
You did.
Okay.
She really did.
Serena and our friend Where did y'all go?
We were going to training for the daycare.
I'm getting a little bit mad.
Just thinking about the story.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like.
Oh,
Oh, wait a second. You don't grind your teeth anymore?
Barely. Only when I sleep.
Oh, okay.
I'm matured. I'm growing up.
I appreciate that. I can
know.
still hear it.
I know.
Ringing
And
in
I
my ears.
apologize.
I didn't even think about it before I sat next to you. Ooh, she used to grind her teeth. Jesus God.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad. Okay. Serena left me with Jordan. She was, how you say?
She
How old
left
was she?
me. She was a baby. She was maybe 9 months old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, about 9 months old.
This titty couldn't give that baby no milk, and Lord Jesus, we suffered.
She was a breastfed baby.
Oof.
And she was very attached to me.
Oof. I've never, like the day you were with Zoe.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yes, like that.
That's when I decided to never have any children.
And that's when I decided to never have no more.
I'm surprised you agreed to watch me.
I mean, I watched the kids.
Yeah, she watched the kids.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I watched the kids.
Okay.
That was our first and last time.
No, once you got older, she was.
She would come over.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching her.
No, honestly, that's a fact. Every time I came over, I was with Ciera and Dom.
Yeah, and why?
That's it.
You know when they saw me? When I heard bumping. No, you still didn't see me. You just heard me. What is that? What is that? And then they'll be like, and then that's it. I would feed them, and then you came over.
Mm-hmm.
Over. You can drop all the kids off.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care. I will feed them. I will dance for them for 5 seconds and then dip. I was with it.
Mm-hmm.
That was our only bad story. That was it.
Okay.
Except in the hospital. Oh, I was supposed to be there when
When she was born. Yeah.
Fast ass McGrath.
She did. It happened very fast.
Yeah. Serena's like, okay, all right. I was like, all right. I always been about my cash. I'm like, I get off work in like 2 hours. I'll be right there. 2 minutes later, it's like, she's out. I was like, you just got there. So I get to the hospital, and I'm like, okay, where is she? So he's like, right there. I was like, right where? She's like, right there. That big white baby?
Oh my God.
We got to throw a picture. That was a big white. I was like, oh,
I was not that
man.
I had color.
Back then, I was very.
It was a little yellow though.
It was like this. Now you like this. It was like this. I'm not talking. I mean, it's beautiful now.
Thank you.
But then I wasn't sure that it was used. The mom used the right. But now she does my makeup for my wedding.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me do that.
Thank
Such
you
a privilege.
Thank you for doing it.
I had a good time.
It was a good time.
I had a good time.
It was.
That was a good wedding.
It
That was a
was.
beautiful wedding. You got to throw some clips in there.
Yeah, I talked to you doing my makeup.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
At the house and at the venue.
Oh.
Yeah. How's that make you want to cry? That was nice. Don't start. That was nice. What's your story with Serena? I mean, with Ciera? Because I have a story that you tell that's really funny, but I know you're going to tell it.
Yeah, I know I am too. So Ciera has always, I feel like she came out the womb talking. Once she started talking, she talked very clearly and like matter of factly, exactly how she is today.
Yep, condescending ass.
But as a toddler, right? As
Yep.
an infant. So imagine like this child is like this tall.
Yep.
Speaking
Walking.
in full sentences, talking, walking, everything. So I'll never forget, it's actually a couple times. The first time, she tripped me out. We were in the mall, and me and one of our other girlfriends had Ciera in the mall, and we were shopping in a store, and I forget what store we were in, and she's like, this isn't Gymboree. And we're like, excuse me? She had to be like 2. First of all, how do you know what your clothes are? I mean, she was appalled that we were in the Gap or somewhere.
She
like
wore Gap.
I know she did.
You had to be somewhere ghetto.
It was ghetto.
Clearly it was if I had to say something.
Like, that's not Gymboree. Where are we?
I'm about to say, we frequented Gap, so it wasn't there.
And yo, listen to me.
Y'all was
It was a children's place, probably.
It might have been the children's.
Don't sue us.
It might have been each other's face.
It might have been.
Nevertheless, I was just like, this 2-year-old child just trying to play us in the store
Y'all had to
looking
have
at
been somewhere
clothes.
It's because she had to wear preemie clothes. And
She
they have
did.
the best preemie clothes.
Jimmy
At
did have the
2?
best preemie clothes. Yeah, you were
Yeah,
still little.
I mean, you probably
At 2, you were like a 12. Yeah, you were very small.
You know what changed your life? Adjustable waist.
Yeah.
What? You got them long legs. You can fit that size 6, then I could be like, whoosh. You had so much of a bunch in the back. Yo, they came off with those
They
joints.
did.
That changed the
Hey,
game.
I don't know who invented them, but thank you.
For real. They
you
pay
were-
right now.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And the second story is one time she came to the house with our girlfriend and I was watching something on TV. It wasn't scary or anything, but she just wasn't feeling it, and she was just like, I want to get out of here.
I don't think it is.
And we were just talking, like, kind of ignoring her a little bit, because we're like, well, she's like, you know, she want to get out of here. But she's like, I want to get out of here. And we're like, what do you, and she got loud and loud, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here so bad. Get me out of here. And we're just like, oh my God. But again, it really was, you were like, I'm jetting out the door. And we were just like, what is wrong with you? She's like, I just want to go. I just want to get out of here. But she's so little in this little voice. It was the funniest little thing.
That's the thing. That's the thing. She was so little.
So little.
And so she'd be like walking. We're up. This is before people would steal your kids. Was there a time before people would steal your kids?
But not like they are now.
Well, we wouldn't have seen you in a freaking IKEA catalog. Oh man, that's horrible. We wasn't holding her hand, nor did we own a leash or anything. You better come on.
Right.
But she was like this big,
Mhm.
and so people would be like, "Damn, that little baby is walking."
And she be talking mad trash
So-
behind us too.
Can I get a pretzel?
Talking mad trash.
Can I have a pretzel? You know, so it was actually great when the other kids started to come along though, because then we would just sit, y'all with her, somewhere in a windowsill next to a mannequin and come back for y'all an hour later. Hey, y'all still alive.
Oh my God.
In a windowsill next to a mannequin.
How many times I sat in the mall up under?
Well, we used to, the
Up
mall
under
was
stuff.
green and we would sit on the
You remember that,
benches.
right?
Yeah.
And the Cherry Hill Mall had green floors?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not crazy.
Where did this come from?
Because when I said when the mall was green,
Yeah.
then usually me and Dom were like sitting on the benches, like when they have those trees and stuff.
Yeah. With the train tracks, the train.
I do
remember
remember
that.
train.
I got 5 on
I do remember.
I remember it was green because I was in there all the time and it was looking at the floor.
it. We were. So, Ciera, this time we'll start with you. If you could change anything about the way you were parented, what would you change? Or if you had children, what would you do differently? Like name like 2 things. Yeah, well, answer them both.
What I changed?
Mm-hmm. We can't have dead air. This is a podcast.
Well, this is a sudden question. I'm used to writing things down.
God, you always need preparation. You want us to?
Well,
I can
I
answer
have
it
one
from the
thing that would, you answer first,
Okay.
and then I'll think about it.
Okay. The first question was, what would I change about my parenting? About the parenting that I received.
Right.
For the most part, I don't think I would change anything because I do like you as a parent. You know, you weren't really strict, you know, which is a good and bad thing, but you weren't strict, but you were still assertive. You know, I respected you. I think the only thing is that even though like you know I am a private person and I'm kind of like an isolator at heart, I think that at times like you didn't understand that much and you wanted to be all over me, over top of me. You wanted me to be hanging out all the time. And like I do love hanging out with you and I still do, you know. We don't live with each other nowadays. So now when we do hang out it's more special. But when we were under the same roof, like, you know, I just wanted to be alone, you know? And I think, you know, sometimes you gotta live.
She loves you too much.
No, that's never the case. But
I know
wanted to
what
be
you
in his
mean.
space.
I did.
She wanted to be in my space
I wanted
too
to be.
much.
I did. I wanted to be in her space.
You're a space invader, though.
She
I
is
know
a
that
space
about
invader.
myself now. I do.
It's
know
not a
that.
bad. It's not a bad quality. It's actually really nice and beautiful.
Yeah,
I think I cried
it
about
is.
that in the first episode about how you just never leave me.
Mhm.
So it's a beautiful quality. But like,
I know.
Yeah.
I've been told recently that I'm a bully, but in a
Oh.
good way.
I was about to say,
I was about to say, who told you that?
No,
you was a hug bully.
Yeah, you are a hug bully.
For real, a love bully.
Yeah, you're a
That's
love
what
bully.
she meant.
You're a love bully.
That's what she meant. I'm a bully in that manner, like like loving on.
It's
and, like,
beautiful.
Yeah, but you know, but now that I'm aware of it, I can see it and like dial it back.
I don't think you need to.
I mean, I probably should.
Only with us,
Okay.
not with everybody else. People need
Okay.
it, honestly.
Yeah, they do.
They
Okay.
they,
I don't
they
think
need
that's how
it.
you should change about yourself.
Cause I'm like that with her, but I'm so. I was about to do it. You know, I was about to do it.
Interesting, because I don't actually like to be touched that much.
Except by.
I mean, I don't have much of a choice, but it is nice, because I don't like to be touched that much. And I live by myself, I obviously don't.
You need human touch.
That's what they say. They say you need like a certain amount of hugs a day or
I
something.
know.
But that's ridiculous. But yeah.
Okay, so answer the question. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they should
This,
do
yeah.
this.
How would you change your parenting style? Like, what would you do?
Respectfully, can I curse on here?
I mean, you already done preempted me. You
Yeah.
warned me months ago. You texted to me. You aimed me
I just wanted to be sure.
She tried not to catch an elbow.
I just wanted to
She
be
is really-
sure.
Go ahead, girl.
Respectfully, fuck them kids. I ain't having none. But if I did, I would still implement the things that my mother taught me. I wouldn't really change a thing. I would just be more, respectful. Thank you. Of their personal time and their personal space. But that's it.
We're gonna get back to the F those kids.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's part of that. That's part of my answer. But I mean, for the
So
first
go ahead,
one.
what we saying?
But I'm not gonna say it.
Why?
I'm not
I
gonna
was
say
trying to get her to curse
I
all the
literally
time.
write books for children.
She said titties. You ain't lying. I got a brand. Excuse me.
See, I got a brand.
She has a brand.
She voice messaged me titties the other day, and I was like so excited. I was like, "Did you say titties?" Oh, so corrupt, my child. I tried. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, well, I guess what I think could have changed. Well, I think you were a little bit too like scary, and I think it definitely rubbed off on me. Like I was actually talking with my friends about like kids, but like yeah, like well, it's not okay. I'm gonna bring up the summer camp thing because I just feel like I should have made him go to summer camp.
You're right. I should have let you go get
But
molested.
see, exactly, that's always the thing. But no, not even just that. But like staying night
You're
over
not
people's
staying-
houses.
You, unrespectfully, disrespectfully, and hell no.
Oh,
You said F those kids? You're not F'ing my kid.
oh my gosh.
Not in the bathroom at the mall by yourself, not at the summer camp, not at Judy house when
Not
Judy
at
dad
Judy
just
See,
got out of
I'm
jail.
too scared.
Not with Judy.
Because you didn't. Well, you didn't just like not say that. You said that stuff. So now I'm scared.
You didn't just say no, you can't go. You said all the stuff you just said.
So now I'm like,
I've always had a very open parenting style.
Right.
but also just like in general, just like I think not even how you raised me per se, just like I think like when people call you or something, it's just very like nervous all the time.
I got bad
about
nerves.
stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I like got that also.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, well, now you can do a bunch of stuff on your phone where it's like only certain people can call you after a certain time. But anyway, and then like what I would change if I had kids.
Mhm.
Well, also like Jordan, I don't intend to have any children, but that's not because of anything like you did. It's just like my own stuff and how I feel like I would be able to parent or not parent. But no, I think you did a good job. You let me be like my introverted self, and sometimes I always actually think of something that you say every time I have to go somewhere. and I don't feel like going, or it's like it's always the getting there that's the thing. So when I'm there, I'm like having fun, or when I like come back home, I'm like, oh yeah, like it wasn't that bad. Like I'm glad I went. It was just like leaving my house and actually going there.
Yeah, that's the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very
I'll take
introverted. Yeah, me too. I would much rather be in my
bed.
pajamas
Yes.
with nobody bothering me.
Yeah.
I'm an outcast.
You really are.
What, you like to be out in the streets?
Not in the streets, but like I
I
don't.
don't mean at the Freakman.
No, I know. I know.
I
What
know
you
y'all was
mean.
there too.
I was.
There's
I
no
know you
okay,
were.
I was there.
I know you was
There you
not
go.
pregnant.
There's pictures.
Oh, yeah, let's bring those
I
up
mean, we
after.
can show them to. We can pop one up.
Yeah, I would like
I've
to
been
see.
seeing all those pictures because they're just in the photo album with the other pictures.
I'm pretty sure it's like Ciera's school play,
And then it's my mom with a random shirtless guy with a bunch of
Literally.
cars.
That's in your photo album too. You got pictures of me and then you in Mexico smoking. Wait, what the heck?
Get you a mom that can do both.
Right.
Okay.
You taking shots back. And then there's a picture of me with the baby.
Listen, it was life.
Are the
So I
shots
had to
near
get
you?
them all printed out at one time.
Wait,
You ain't lying.
They just put them in there one time.
You are not lying. You are not lying. But back to the nervous thing, it's inherited. And so now that it's something that I'm like trying to heal and like get over, I feel bad that you're left with it. Because my mom would do that to me. It's birds. It's birds. You gotta get the birds off. You gotta get the birds off. Somebody's about to die. And then now I'm like, oh my God, somebody's dead. So I apologize, but not that much because I only gave you like 40% and she gave me 300. And so I got like 300 and then I'm left and then I gotta give you a little bit. So horrible. I'm sorry. And plus, also I wanted you to be aware. So I didn't want to scare you, but it's crazy stuff out here in these streets.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is too that I'm also like not aware because I'm aware, but I also have all this stuff going in my head with like writing wise and character wise. I guess I'm not always as aware as I could be, especially when I was younger. It was like I'm not paying attention at all. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's happening over there.
Right.
So I understand.
Yeah. Like how long did I tell you? Do not wear your headphones and be in a book. Murderers are watching you, and you look like
Yeah, because I did used to read a book while I was walking sometimes. So
yeah, and you look like the person I'm about to get. Put a spoon in your panties because you get in traffic.
that is a tip on mine. Because then they gotta stop you, and then you can like.
Sure. Oh my God, I need to laugh hard. So they just said, oh.
You never seen that?
I don't have the words. I am speechless.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the only one that heard it. Was it just me?
Insert the clip. No, you're not the only one that heard it. It's a thing.
Well, I don't know what to
Because
say.
then they have to stop you. GSI has to stop you, and then they have to take you to another room because in your underwear, so you can explain those men kidnapped me, being on my way to Asia, and be sex trafficked.
With
Yeah.
a spoon.
Because you got a spoon in your
I
panties.
never
You
knew
welcome.
that.
Plastic, that can't be plastic.
Yeah, don't put a plastic spoon.
Oh.
Because
I
you as good
never-
as kidnapped.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
I
that's
thought it was-
how would you
okay, sorry about. I thought.
Well, that's the thing too. We're getting this.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one of your crazy sayings because Kiesha says the most off the wall things. So
I did.
I thought it was just. I was like, what the hell is this for?
Not this
Okay.
time.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you for the awareness.
Well, now I have
Awareness. Okay.
That's a nice tip.
It
You
is.
just have to acquire a spoon.
You welcome.
Yeah, I don't know where
Keep
you
one
get
in your
it.
purse. And how you eat your ice cream?
You need to
Well,
go
now
to
I
a
can't eat ice
restaurant.
cream because I'm vegan. So.
So it's like yesterday. Get that.
It was 2 days ago, actually.
Anyway, what were you going to say, ma'am? Sorry.
I don't know. It was about the spoon. We've covered it because I just didn't know what was going on with the spoon. But we've covered the spoon. I'm good with the spoon. Thank you.
Okay, so what would you have done? What do you think that you would have done differently, if anything? I mean, now your whole live child has said, don't worry about it. But what do you, because every week I have something.
But now you have another one that you can practice.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Well, let us not forget Miss Genesis during this
Yes.
whole little
Miss
mother's
Genesis,
daughter.
Yes, Genesis.
My
She
baby.
could not come on the podcast today because
Could've been kind of funny.
it was.
Because kids not allowed in my house.
Yeah, kids
Let's
not
just keep it
allowed.
real. I ain't got no kid friendly house, and 21 and above.
But yeah, so what I would have done differently, I agree with Jordan as far as like being more aware of that she needed the space and how to give it to her without making her feel some type of way, because I felt some type of way because she needed space, right? But I don't think I necessarily would have parented differently, because it was all a learning experience in the journey. And knowing what I know now with Genesis, I'm just much more aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'm much more aware and I'm much more present now.
I know that's right.
Yeah, so
I think
it's
the present thing is like a thing.
Yeah.
The present thing is like a thing. Because when Ciera was 7, I will never forget it as long as I live. I was standing in the doorway of her room. She was laying on her stomach. She always lay on her stomach and watch TV. She started telling me this story about school. And I was like, I literally was like looking at her like, I said, I don't know you very well. I was like 23. I was like, I don't know you very well, huh? Oh, am I gonna cry? No. And she was like, no. And I was like, I'm gonna get to know you. And then from then she was like a real person. Like not like a little whistles, a little Tamagotchi. With some Jones, you gotta feed it and stuff and make sure it don't die. It became like more than like I gotta feed it and make sure it don't die. It was like, oh, she's like fun. Like let me like okay. It became more of like a, you already know, child, but not a burden. She's never a burden. Just but more than just needing to take care of her. I'm like, oh, let me like know her. Yeah, let me. Yeah, like let me. You know, like she's kind of cool.
I think that was the same time that I realized that you were like a person too at the same time, like not just like my mom, which actually that inspired like a line in my novel, which I'm not gonna picture. That's silly, but like actually, because I think about that sometimes, and I think you were over. It was something. It was like something where it's like somebody. I think it was you. You asked me like, do you want to be like your mom or something? Somebody asked me like that, and I said no. But it was only because at the time you like smoked, and that was the part I was saying no to.
Oh, my feelings were so.
Yeah, so I went away and I came back and you were crying, but I don't know if you saw me or not. But then I was like, oh, like I heard her feelings, or you said I think you heard my feelings at some point, and I was just that phrase I guess always sticks with me because like, oh, I heard her feel like she's like a person, like she's not just my mom. I didn't make her your mom's feeling. Like, so that was interesting.
Then there. But you know, it's funny because I still think my mom's feelings, and I'm like, oh man, that really. This morning I was saying my prayers about her. Oh no. And I was like, I wish that I could have been her friend. Like, just she needed me to be her friend. I needed her for other stuff too, but she needed a friend like me. For real, she needed a friend like me, and I feel bad that I couldn't. And even when she was trying, I was like already, like I needed you, whatever, and you couldn't do that, and so I need to do what I have to do, and but all that, no. But she was a really good friend. You know, it's a really weird dynamic. My mom passed, y'all. This is the 6th year, and it's like the first this year. I'm having a hard time. So. Don't just let me cry, y'all go ahead. Start with something else.
I want to bring up what you said, a point that you said, Ciera, about like seeing like your mom as a person. Like I had that kind of realization too, but like much older. I think I was probably like 18 or 19. Not saying that not saying I didn't see my mom as a person before that. I knew she was a person, but she was always like mom, you know, like I didn't like see her. We were friendly. We had a friend relationship, but you were mom. So like I didn't see you as a friend, as a person with like on your own journey, on your own path of life and things like that. Cause you know, you had me when you were my age, 21. By the way, don't know how you did that. I was thinking about that today. Never would have been me. But I will say that you know, you were like always a younger mother. You know, we grew up together. So I had to realize that you are still young, you know, still.
Thank you.
And you were young, you know, back when I was growing up. So you were still on your path of life too. you know, you were still on your journey. So I had to like kind of realize that. I don't think it was like a specific instance where I realized that. I think it just happened around that age when I was looking at you like as a person now and not just as like my mom.
Well, thank you.
It's good that you get to be like experience that now.
Yeah.
So that she can like talk to you about stuff she goes through. It's not just like, oh, I'm complaining to Ciera about all kinds of stuff all the time. Then sometimes I'm like, oh, that's my child. Okay, wait, no. But it's like you can't. And if she's having a bad day, you can be like, oh, she's having a bad day. She's still my mom. It's just when I call, she's like, not right now. It's like, I'll talk to her later tonight. You know, it's like, like I'm glad that you have the time to do that. Like it's like super important, and we don't really get to do that.
Yeah, and I can see that she does that now too, like the conversations we have and being able to talk to her too about things. Like I share a lot more with her now.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like I've always shared a lot with you in a way that was I try to be age appropriate.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something that I wanted as a child that I learned parenting was that a lot of things that were in my head of questions like, well, what about and what if could have been answered if my parents just shared it with me in a age appropriate manner instead of saying that's none of your business.
Yeah.
Or just ignoring it per se. So I never wanted to do that to her growing up. So I would always kind of try to like open up to her in a way that was age appropriate. And I think that's one of the things that has helped us now, where now that she sees that I'm a person, you know, not just her mom, where we can have these beautiful conversations about life. And I can share things with her now as an adult, like when I go through in adult relationships and adult friendships and adult everyday scenarios. Yeah. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, you mentioned before when you went to therapy, you was like, you know, how we good? And you said it is a lot is contribute to me telling you along the journey, like what was going on, this is what's happening, whatever, versus, even though there's times that I didn't, like I still apologize to you for things that I should have said or told you, or when a big scenario was going on, I should have, like, it was just like you weren't, I don't know, it wasn't like you weren't there, it's like I have to deal with this, and you got an outfit to wear, okay, you ate, okay. I have to deal with this instead of like, how are you feeling about this? How are you okay? This is, you know, like that. So I'm always apologizing. I'm apologizing for not letting her wear light up shoes and like pick flower stuff. Cause I feel like it like stopped her ability to like, now she knows that's her damn self. But for a while I was like, oh man, girl, get it together. But then I know it's because I picked her clothes out and I didn't let her get the shoes she wants and stuff like that. So I'm always thinking about or texting her or calling her like, sorry girl, sorry. I wish somebody would apologize to me for some shit.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. It can help.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
Can it help?
With anything. But you know, she be throwing you them. Yeah.
Oh please no, we're good. I mean I think she's paid me back like 5,000 times and I just keep like, I'm just gonna be like, and what about this? And keep reaping my rewards. But no, I mean like my dad's still alive.
Oh yeah.
He could apologize for that.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think you, well before now you say sorry, it's fine. But I think you and Papa apologize in a similar way.
Really?
Or like when I was younger. Or like, you know, like when you have like an argument or disagreement or something. And it's never like, I'm sorry. Like I feel like you didn't say that very much when I was younger. It's just like, come eat. Or like, do you want to watch a show or something? Or like, we can go to the bookstore or something like that. So it wasn't like, I'm sorry, but you did it with like actions, I guess. And I don't, Public's never needed to apologize to me for anything, I don't think. So I don't know if that's the same thing.
He don't need to apologize for nothing too. I was just saying that. He don't have nothing to apologize for. He's pretty great. I can't even say it.
Yeah, but I feel like he just would do stuff instead, or does do stuff instead of like saying stuff.
He just got a smart ass mom. I don't like it. I got me a husband just like it. But you know that's a trend on TikTok where they say how black moms apologize. It's very toxic.
Well, I've seen it like on the internet before.
Yeah, it's very toxic. When we should actually find the words to say, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize for these things. And yeah, come eat too, because I gotta feed you. And I should probably just buy you a book. but because not for nothing, it goes into relationships where you have with these men, and then men will do so, or women or whatever, and they'll do something to you, and their apology is that of bringing you flowers or buying you a car if you're lucky, and like stuff like that, and then you accept that as an apology because you've been raised to think that gifts and you know, like other stuff like that is also an apology. When really you should just say, my bad, I'm sorry.
And change the behavior.
And change the behavior. We had a whole
That's the
conversation
best
last
way.
night.
Yeah.
The
We
best
had-
apology is change behavior.
My house was jumping last night. That should have been a podcast. We should have started
Recorded
filming.
that.
That's why I can't laugh loud, and why the tears, just one tear hurt my face right now, because that was great.
Yeah, I made a post on Facebook this morning about Mother's Day. It was saying how like emotional I am today of all the Mother's Days that I've had. I've had 21 of them so far. And but I was saying that this one is the most emotional for me because of one, how fearful I was to know that I was going to have a child. Not only a child, I was going to have a daughter due to the relationship I had with my mom growing up. So there was a lot of fear there because it wasn't the healthiest relationship. And I didn't want to have that relationship with my child. And I know I've said this publicly before, but that's really what pushed me to go to therapy. When I was pregnant with Jordan, I was 7 months pregnant, and I was just like, they say this therapy thing work, I gotta see what it's about, because I need to change the dynamics of the history of the relationships in my family. And I'm truly, truly grateful to say that after 21 years, you know, I could.
She got some in her pocket. They got low.
I have some in my pocket already. But after 21 years, I'm so emotional today because I looked in the mirror and was like, I'm a phenomenal mom. And for a long time, I didn't say that about myself. I didn't give myself the props that I should have been giving myself, because I know as moms, we all do that. We all question whether we're doing a good job, you know.
And we all gonna F them up a little bit.
Right. A little bit. We are.
I got a little shaken up sometimes.
Okay.
I think she meant emotional.
My bad.
But today, I was so emotional today because I'm like, wow, you know, I'm a great mom. You know, it's like I literally shouted it today, you know. But it meant so much to me because for so long I was so fearful of not being a good mom. And I think just having that fear held me back. And then Jordan also affirms it in such a beautiful way now, where she shares things with me, like, you know, Mom, you did a great job. I'm good. I'm great. You know, you did your best. I'm proud of you. You know, and like she just said earlier about now seeing like we grew up together, which is so true. I don't think we think about that too. In retrospect, a lot. Like, you know, when you have.
Ciera reminds me. She gives me a lot of grace. She gives me a lot of grace. I'm like, yeah, I was whipping that ass. She's like, but did you? It's not as much as you thought. Like, I'm like, cause I was yelling. Not that much. And I'm like, really? Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh man. But you know, I went to live with my dad when I was 9. So, up until she was 9, I was very tiptoey around. I know we all live together again. Season 3. Whew. Flip tables. But she wasn't no scholar kindergartner. She was a pain in the ass, you know? And all this time I'm just it was like a uphill battle. And when she turned 9, I was like, oh, got it. Because I just felt like up until when she turned 9, I don't know, somebody's gonna take her from me, or something was gonna happen, or, you know, and then I would end up living the same fate. But then I think, and this is in hindsight, I probably was like, oh no, I'm gonna kill this. One, because my mom's an amazing maternal person to people, to a lot of people. just not particularly giving me everything that I need. And it's not that she wasn't giving me everything that she had. It's just that maybe it was not maybe it was less than what I needed. But for other people, it was great because they weren't getting anything, and maybe I just require a lot, and and that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
But up until she turned 9, but after she turned 9, I was like, oh yeah, I killed this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was already vindicated when she was 9. Like, oh, she's still alive. She likes me. We have a good time, and I'm good. Oh, okay. And so from there, it was like, no, I can't do no wrong, but that.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God you don't remember a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the co-parenting aspect of it all, how do you feel? Because this is mine. And though I've always facilitated and I was very encouraging, you also had that in a whole bum. But just don't do that. Just himself. But I've always been very like, this is my only child, and you go get your own. So him did, and that's good too. But how did you balance that with being a single parent? Because it's funny that you say single parent, and it's because you don't have a 2-family household, but you're not a single parent because the other parent, if they do what they do, they're involved in whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, how do you balance that? Because then a man can say you didn't facilitate or you were in the way or whatever, and we're not those kind of like women that keep the kid from the man or like start trouble or do stuff, or because don't nobody want them.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, just have a relationship with your child. Like, would you have done anything different? I guess my question is in regards to that. 'Cause I would not have changed one single solitary thing. You're welcome. I would have. One.
I think the only thing I would have changed, I really wanted there to be a relationship. I wanted there to be a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I pushed a lot for that.
Mm-hmm.
And
You think that was wrong?
in a sense, yes, I do. Because I did it from a place of fear that I would be looked at as if I kept her from them. So instead of realizing this, I should just let it be what it is, I was very adamant about it, even when I should have just been like, you know what, I'm gonna just let it take its natural course.
Well, why do you think you should have? My head is killing me. Lord Jesus Christ. Sorry, y'all.
Take your time, Minister.
Girl. Minister Law.
Minister Law.
Jeez. It went out. I said it, but it went out.
It's okay.
Cut right
I
here.
mean,
Why do you think that you were wrong for, of course, like a relationship like with you with a man and stuff needs to be organic, and maybe like friendships need to be organic. But why do you feel like maybe you shouldn't have facilitated or like push? Because it really wasn't. I know that you're saying that you feared being looked at, keeping her away. But I think the more important part is that you didn't want her not to have a father.
It was both of that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like it was, I don't know. I wouldn't have pushed so hard. That's the only thing I would have changed. I would have let it be what it was. I wouldn't have gone out my way to make. It's almost like I kind of like pushed her over there.
What outcome do you think would be differently now if you had let it happen organically versus the push?
I don't know.
So that's why you perfect. You did it right.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. I want to say that I don't think that's a bad thing that you did that. I feel like that's what any mother would do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I mean, because
You know?
I think you did that when I was a teenager a lot of the time. When I was having some with my dad, it was just like, no, I don't want to. And you were like, you never like, oh, you should like go to his house, like when I didn't want to. But you're always like, it's still your dad. Like, you should not keep your options open or.
I know. I want another one.
But no, but like just like be open to like doing stuff, or like it was always at my comfort level, but still like don't write them off like completely or whatever.
Because here's what I'll say about that. Like, all jokes aside, our relationship has, and will always be our relationship. It's not even a bad relationship at this point, right? Please. But that's our relationship. The same way me and my mom's relationship, I always said, I don't want you to get involved in that because she loves you. She's a great grandmom to you. Our relationship is our relationship. And so I never wanted to talk about your dad. I didn't want to allow you to talk about him in negative terms, because at the end of the day, the same way you give me grace for being a person, I know that he's a person. I know he's a person. I know he's tried. I know he has tried. I know his family dynamics and, you know, things that he went through in his childhood. And so I needed you to see him as a person so that you didn't have daddy issues thinking it was you, because it's not you. It's things that he had to deal with or has to deal with in order to become a good him, to be a better parent for you. And so I always wanted you to look at him as a person, because that Negro was very much a human being. And so I needed you to see that, and so that you didn't take on anything. My biggest thing, and I told him all the time, and I told you all the time, is I didn't want you to have daddy issues. That ain't cute. I got daddy issues though. The Dusky smell, that's so good. I don't know what's worse, but
yeah, the daddy issue is definitely a fear too, for sure. Yeah.
It's a what? I'm sorry.
It was a fear.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all feel like y'all got daddy issues?
Yeah. I mean, you develop them in your own way, regardless.
Yeah.
Like, I have plenty of, but I also worked through a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like, majority of them. I think some of them are coming back a little bit now that he has, like, a younger set of children. And so it's like, but,
it's like you're being still super daddy.
yeah, but at the same time, I'm a lot older now. It's like when I was like, oh, I realized when my dad didn't get like a 2-bedroom apartment because it's super expensive and we were there like every other weekend, why would he do that? It's like, okay, you were like my age, like younger than that, when I was like way older than my other siblings now. So it's like, I get it. Like if I had a however old 10-year-old, whatever, I would not be, I'd be like, why are you talking to me? Why are you here? Go back to your mom's house. Like, I don't know. So I can definitely understand more. So even if things come up, I'm like a lot older and I'm like, I see. I get it. But it did take me longer to actually see my dad as like a person, which I think it was more like in the past few couple of years.
Since your little sister.
Well, it's interesting because I realized it when I was in college, when I first went to therapy, and then like realizing it again now, like and seeing him as like a dad to my little sisters. So, yeah.
Yeah. And you?
Yeah, I would agree. I think that now that I'm older, like when I was little, I think I had more of daddy issues, but now that I'm older and I'm more mature and I kind of see him as a person as well, like I understand more. Like it doesn't, you know, there's things obviously I wish that were different, but I do have to give both of my parents grace, you know, not just my mother, but my father also, because, you know, even though he was a lot older when I was born, still, you know, he was still young at the end of the day. People are growing. People are always growing, you know. Yeah.
Well, I would say that we are super proud of y'all. Like, I always say we raise some weirdos. And it's not a I'm not being disrespectful at all. It's like you guys, I just keep waiting for the bottom to fall out. Y'all so good. So good. So good, so helpful, so loving, good siblings, good people. It's we did that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like crazy. No, it's like crazy.
We do. We talk about y'all all the time.
We do.
Like,
I know y'all do. I know y'all be on the phone gossiping about it.
Y'all don't got no gossip.
Right. Y'all got
Gossip about whoever gossip y'all told us about, because y'all don't have
no gossip. Okay.
Y'all mad
I mean,
boring.
we grateful that y'all ain't got no
I
gossip.
think we give y'all gossip.
We do.
No, y'all really do.
Cause
Well,
y'all,
Yeah.
I get white girl gossip. I don't want them.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand when she be talking to me about that girl.
It's really hilarious.
It's
But
horrible.
it's wonderful. Like I said all the time, like you guys have never given us any trouble. You know, like it's like there's never
Yeah.
been any, like I've never had to worry about getting a phone call from anybody like, yo, your child, you know, never had to worry about where you are. Like it's just
When you're coming back.
right when you coming
you
back,
with.
right? Like,
Yeah, I never had those worries, and you know, it's a blessing because of where we come from, because of us being parentified children, and just the dynamics in our relationships with our moms, and to have daughters. You know, it's very and to have them at such a young age, it is. You guys are inspiring to me.
yes.
To be completely honest, I feel like I have to go harder because you can't keep making more money than me. Like, I mean, who does that? I mean, you can't keep. I want to be Google, but
Googleable.
Googleable. I want 4 pages, you know, but not in a competition, you know, because mom and daughters have a competition. But I just want you to be proud of me the way that I'm proud of you, and to always. Was that a cry? Ciera? It was, right? No, we know. You should be. No. Oh my God, I can't laugh hard. Oh my God, Jesus God. Whew, this ain't cute. Listen to this on Spotify. Please don't watch this on YouTube.
Don't watch it.
My eye is like
Watch it.
on fire. But no, I'm so very. Apparently, there's a thing going around where you're not supposed to tell your child you're the reason why I live, and you're not, Jill. You're not. Not right now. But you were. But they're saying that it's a lot of pressure to put on a kid and to whatever. Everybody need a reason to live. And if your child is the reason, I don't think that's pressure. I think that is, pressure makes diamonds, okay? And I'm not saying you should be like, kid, please don't ever grow up because I need you. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying get your shit together.
Absolutely.
And get up and go to work. You can't be depressed and lay in the bed all day. You know, the sun got to come out because you got to take care of this beautiful baby that you nourished. And the fact that you came from us and it was a thought, I've raised you, I feel like thoughtfully. I wasn't just out here like, go ahead girl, watch this TV. No, I think it was a very thoughtful process, which is why I have one child. I ain't got them thoughts no more. I can't think I done thought all on you. But thank you for letting me be your mom. Thank you for liking me and for being my friend. I know sometimes I am just so much, but we have such a good time. And you are just, you are.
You are.
You're more than I could have ever. You look like I planned you to look. I planned to look like that. But who you are as a person and like how you think and how you care about other people and stuff, it makes me grow. I was saying some foul stuff, y'all. Saying like, whoa, mom, come on now. This is not the 50s and 40s. You was talking like an old woman, you can't do that. Like, you teach me so much. You told me to go to therapy that it was okay when you went. Like, it's all right. Like, you could go, it's good. Like, I feel like you teach me so much. You're the kind of friend that I wish I had my whole entire life. And if I had to pick a daughter, I would pick you every single time except you would dance.
Except you would dance. I love it.
Except for that one instance.
I
I could've.
Except if you could just bust it down, give you a twerk real fast. It's okay, I got Jordan for that. She'll do it with me.
I sure will.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh yeah, I can't help that. I love my child like a little bit too much.
No,
It's like
there's no such thing.
my dad, my child, my husband. My dad, my child, my husband.
There's no such thing as
Really bad.
It's not bad. It's wonderful. And it's wonderful to see you love on her and to see how she's helped you to grow to be the mother you've been to her. I 100% agree with you when you say, like, you know, these children, they make us grow. I tell Jordan all the time, like, she's my wildest dream. Like, she's living my wildest dream right now. And it's just so great to see because she's been able to do things that I didn't get a chance to do. she's been able to live a life that I never got to live. And I don't do it in the creepy live through your child way, in the toxic way. You know what I mean?
Weird.
I know. But
Not like that.
yeah. But it's been great to live through her in a positive way.
Yeah,
through
man.
her experiences,
Mhm.
you know. And I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything about you. I think you are amazing. I mean, from your personality, which is the funniest,
Hilarious.
she is the
Hilarious.
funniest, naturally funniest person I know.
Don't gas me up too much.
She's the
We were talking about it. We're like she's like a comedian, like
but
like
A
a very
comedian.
yeah, like a very
But
like
not like a Netflix special.
Okay.
no, more like a Seinfeld. Like
Yes.
What? That's terrible. That's so boring.
no,
she ain't out here shucking and jiving.
Yeah,
She just say crazy stuff.
Yeah, this is the stuff
So,
that
well, who you want to? What you want to use?
I don't know. But not Seinfeld.
No,
That feels like
not
an
Seinfeld.
insult.
I ain't call her
Oh,
Amy
God.
Schumer.
No.
No,
But
fine.
But Seinfeld is just boring.
All right, well, you're just damn hilarious.
She is. She's
Damn.
so funny and she's so sweet and so kind and caring. I mean, she will cut you with the words though, in a way. But you know, I have enjoyed being your mom. I'm very grateful that you have challenged me every step of the way to be better. Because what I'm learning now is that when our children really challenge us, they're not challenging us in a way to be disrespectful or to, you know, just sometimes they're really challenging us to grow, to meet them where they are. You know, sometimes as parents, we think we know it all because we've had them, we're adults, we're older, but really it's kind of like these babies be knowing some things, and sometimes we got to grow to meet them where they are. So I'm grateful that you've challenged me to continue to grow.
Oh, thank you. And I'm glad that God blessed you to be my mother. And blessed me to be your daughter. And yeah, I wouldn't change a thing either. And I think that when I say that I don't want to have kids, like it stems from you, but not in a bad way. Cause like I see like having a fresh baby sister at 18 years old. First of all, let me just say shout out to my baby sister Genesis, because you know I was a victim of the only child syndrome, and I really did not want another sibling. I wanted to be the end all be all. But I'm really glad that you brought my baby sister into the world, and seeing like the way you parent her and things like that, and see like how much you're in it and you're present being her mother, and I see how much it takes to be a child. Like everything that you do is just selfless, and seeing that, it's like, yeah, I want to be selfish. But I do love the way that you parent me and my baby sister. And the reason why I don't want to have kids is because I know how much it takes, and I know how much self that you have to give to that child forever. You still give me all of you when you can. And yeah.
Never stop.
I feel like I should have said something after your speech. Everybody knows that I work better than written form, so.
She's gonna write a whole book.
Right, at the end there'll be just a whole paragraph.
We're gonna put her right.
Check the dedication.
Yes, in the comments.
It's okay. No, you tell me all the time that I'm how I am and that you don't want to have to be like that.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, I don't mind it with you, but you know, my thing is I got one child. I got 5 now, but and a grandchild. But it's, you know, I've never the selfishness. I don't have any selfishness when it comes with you, unless you're trying to eat my food. And then over the last like few years, I even got better with that. Eat it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fat. But that was my only selfishness with you. But no, I need your accolades. Give me your money. No, it's like a random text. Where was it? Like a couple of days ago?
Yeah.
Me and Fontana, I don't know, we were talking about somebody with the book. And he was saying, oh, you know his friend that has like the
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
So he's like, she got a lot of money.
She did get a lot of money. I
Right.
can look up like how much, but.
He's like, so he's rich. I say, he who? The friend. But that's her dad. Yeah, he rich too. But how is he rich if she got the money? You think if Ciera get $1 million, she not gonna give? If Ciera get $12 million, she gonna give you none? I said, I don't think so. It's not because you don't share with me. It's because you cheap as hell and you're a miser and you would act like you had $1 and you would still let my dad give you lunch money. Like I just, you cheap, and so that's why I was like no. But she said she would give me $3 million.
Wow.
3 or 4. I said 3 quarters.
Wow. Yeah, you gotta get that on.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a binding contract, but yes. I mean,
I signed your name. This is
you sound your name
transcriptable.
better than my name, so
I know that's right.
Would it work? They'd be
This
like,
is
clearly that's
transcribed
not
through
her.
YouTube, and I'm gonna sign your name on it. Nah, I don't want no money from you. It's like, no, y'all are just great. We're gonna end it because don't nobody feel like listening to nothing that's too long, and they need to be. But you know,
Actually, on my podcast, I listen to our 2 hours.
some people got time. Our audience are full dope. Okay, then we got to get to work. No, but thank you guys for coming and being open and being trusting, even though you asked a million times. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I got a brand. What are we talking about? I can't do it. What's up? Like, what are we talking about?
What are the talking points?
Yeah, what can you send me the talking points?
Please.
But I appreciate it. I also say I appreciate you both, actually all of you during my wedding, but you two were there with me the night
Yeah.
and the morning, crack of dawning. And so helpful, and the vibe was amazing, and I love spending time with y'all. It really makes me happy, and it's unbelievable to me that you two are the little girls that live at the end of the hall, and you climbed in the tub with my baby with your clothes on.
That sounds like me.
There's a picture.
Yeah,
We could drop it because there's a picture. But I'm glad in your relationships with each other. You guys don't see each other all the time, but when you do see each other, it's like your family. It's immediate, like back, like you know. And then how you act to Ciera as far as a big cousin, and then how you are with them as like little cousins. I think that is amazing and beautiful. And I don't know. I ain't gonna say I'm proud of y'all no more for the rest of the goddamn year. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yes, she does.
I ain't crying no more this year.
I'm gonna cry tomorrow.
She going.
I'm gonna cry way upstairs. But thank y'all for being here and for trusting us and for being our amazing, beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous daughters, and for teaching us and for growing us and for being graceful with us. Because we are not perfect people. Serena not. And so thank y'all. And
She's just been like this forever. Like I want people to understand. It's just this forever.
yeah. You're welcome. I can't. I'm so like I feel like. Oh God. I feel sorry for people that have migraines. Sorry. You get migraines?
No.
They're
Oh,
terrible.
No, because they do.
Oh.
And this is like this is like bad. So we're gonna end it. I'm gonna say, shout out to Miss Serena.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, sis. That is my mother-in-law. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Antoinette. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Pearl. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Love your mother. She's gonna get on your nerves, and she is going to weigh you down, and she has her faults. But I want to say that you do not get another one, and you do not get them back. And it's a sad, sad time when you don't have them on days like today. So enjoy your mama, okay? Or I hope y'all enjoyed your mama, because the day y'all gonna listen to this on Tuesday. And today is actually Mother's Day. So enjoy your mothers, and amen.
Say it again. Say it again louder and look at the camera.
But know your boundaries at the same time.
Absolutely. And do not, mamas can be toxic. And if you gotta sit their asses on the shelf, that's all right too. Because you is a person.
Exactly.
And sometimes they need to deal with their own shit. Not us. But y'all mom.
Nah.
Y'all mom. No, I'm just joking. That was a really good point. It really was, because you can't be forced into situations that are going to make you feel uncomfortable, and sometimes you just can't. You can only do
So much.
Yeah, you can only do what you can do. So that's a really good point. Have your boundaries all the time. Y'all know that was an episode, I Got My Own Problems, Buddy. Or I'm No Child. And I'm No Child. You know, we some boundary having asses over here. It rubs off. So with that, I am Kiesha.
Serena.
This is
Jordan.
and we got,
Ciera.
if you need a mother,
Lost a mother. Want a mother.
want a mother,
Another one. Come on over.
come over. We ain't doing nothing. They share.
Yeah, we do.
So have a happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Happy
Happy
Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day.
Thank you girls for being here.
All right.
What if you found out it wasn't recorded?
Oh,
Wouldn't be the first time.
you can run that thing back.